said it wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Plus, Game Boy comes with the outrageous new game, Tetris. And for head-to-head competition, use the revolutionary video link and blow your opponent away. Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
Hey guys, I suppose I owe you a little explanation on the intro there, but trust me, it'll make sense in a few minutes. I want to talk about my latest project and what I've been working on for the last couple weeks. It's a little project. I wanted something that I could work on in just a few hours a week, and a smaller scope project where I can still make good progress week to week and work towards a goal that I've been wanting to do for years now. And that is making an old school 8-bit platformer, like Megaman, for instance. I'm not wanting to make a clone of Megaman, but you know, a game that plays and feels like that game. So I'm going way back to the 8-bit, 16-bit homage, and graphically for the game, I want it to have the same 4 shades of green color palette of the original Game Boy, and also the Game Boy's original resolution. So the game is going to be on the Xbox 360 with their indie games. So I'm writing in an XNA. So full screen, you're going to see, you know, big, large, pixelated Game Boy graphics, and I think that's cool. That's kind of what I'm into. And I wanted to have a cool 80s 8-bit chiptune soundtrack. So I'm going out to 8-bit Collective, and I'm going to find somebody that can really, make out some cool tunes for me. And graphically, I got a buddy at work that's going to be doing the graphics as well as the theme of the game. Like I said, I don't have a theme yet or any of the characters or storyline yet, but that is to come. So what I'm working on now is the editor, the level editor. So you can go in and lay down tiles, lay out your map. It'll also have capabilities of doing like where you want to place the enemies, the power-ups, all those things. So that's what I'm going to show off today, is the editor, and kind of give you guys an idea of where I'm at in the process. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, and here we are in the editor. It's pretty basic stuff, pretty standard. What you're seeing up top is the level itself, and then below we have the control panel where we can select our tiles and bring them up onto the level, and then we can just click and drag to actually drop them onto the level. And then I can undo to go back, and it keeps a stack of all your actions, so you can undo each action one by one. Then you can also scroll through the map using the arrows and place your tiles. And what you're seeing here is actually 5 layers of tiles. So starting from the furthest back, we have the parallax layer. That's the clouds, and this layer is going to scroll a little bit slower than the platform level. So next is the background. This is going to scroll with the platform, but just appear behind the main character. Then of course is the collision layer, or the platform layer. On top of that is the entity layer, which is going to be your power-ups and your enemies. And then the final layer is the foreground. So this layer, like this beam here that you're seeing in the middle, this is going to scroll at a faster pace. So between the foreground, the platform, and then the parallax layer, you're going to get a nice 3D effect as you go left and right. Now technically this wasn't, I don't think the Game Boy was powerful enough to handle that, but again, it's kind of an homage to the 16-bit era as well. So once you lay your tiles, you can also test out the level using the preview function, and we see that Megaman drops in. So, and my collision detection isn't quite done yet. He just walks on top of everything. But you can see the nice field of depth. So you can see that our parallax layer is scrolling slower than our foreground, or than our platform level, and then the foreground is scrolling even faster than that. So gives us a nice sense of depth, and this preview will be it'll come in handy because you won't have to save your level and then export and import it into the game and then test it out. You'll be able to test jumps and kind of pacing of levels directly from right here in the editor. So pretty proud of this so far, and it's fun just to kind of mess around with the editor. One more thing I wanted to show off back on the tile layer is that you can go into the grid view, and you can see exactly how the tiles are laid out and how they line up. Then also you can zoom out, so you can see the level from more of a zoomed out perspective, and it'll kind of be easier to design your levels from this view as well. And then you can get really far out. If you've got a really huge map, you can view it from out here as well. And that's really all I have to show for now. But things are progressing well, and I'm really proud of this project. Up next, I have to finish adding enemies to the levels, adding power-ups, and doing what I'm going to call, I guess, zones, so that the game won't necessarily always scroll left to right endlessly. So sometimes you hit a door and then you'll kind of swap scenes, or if you go down a ladder you'll swap scenes. So I'm going to build that in so it's one giant map, but then you can specify zones within that map that will control the scrolling. So that's coming up next. Also, before too long, I'd like to have original graphics to show off, and kind of more discussion on the theme and the concept of the game itself. So I'm excited about this. Hopefully you guys are too, and see you guys soon.